So, episode 2, there's not much to talk about right now because I haven't seen it yet, but just for a small recap, I really enjoyed the first episode of Shadow and Bone. Thank you very much for all your comments and infos and stuff about the series and about the books and. Thank you very much for that. I watched the Netflix world building thingy, and I think I now better understand all the classes and roles. I'm pretty sure I know I couldn't manage to actually get all of them in my head at once, but over time, I think I will get more of that. Other than that, I'm looking forward to part 2, or episode 2 in that case, not part 2. It's episode 2. And the episode is called We Are All Somebody's Monster, and I find that really interesting as a title because of Alina becoming actually one of the only, and I always want to say sun chaser, but that's the wrong. Sun producer is also wrong. I don't remember the official title, but the only person in Shadow and Bone right now, or probably forever, that can actually produce light. So interested to see. So without further ado, go get yourself something to eat or drink or whatever, and let's watch another series. Oh, the first thing to actually say directly, they changed the intro. Interesting. The other one was more. And now it's blood.
Mutts. Children, visitors.
Oh, she's nervous. Just from her posture, you see that she's nervous. The old lady's a really good actress. How synchron they are, how they actually both turn at the same time. That's really nice. Oh, clever. So clever. Even more clever.
But Sunrise, we have to say no.
No.
That's a no to the job then.
Bring her closer.
Okay, first of all, how did he know that she is not that close? Because he was turned. Second, probably has something to do with, the light that is falling in the middle. Clever.
Well, let us just make certain.
He crossed the line.
Your sleeve.
Has it just become a bit darker in the background? I actually think that scene felt a little bit underwhelming. I thought there would be more to it. I know dramatic music and stuff, but it felt, from filmmaking perspective, pretty underwhelming. There were no people were like, or something. It was more like, poof, okay. Then there comes the light, and then that's it. I think there could have been more to it. Hello, Schottish man.
So, here's the deal.
Oh, he likes making deals, huh?
Have we ever made a deal before?
It was a particularly interesting question to ask. Have we ever made a deal before? I'm pretty sure this will come back at some point.
Did he remember you?
If he had, I'd be dead.
Ah. Okay, so there was something between all of them, and now. Really good. Clever filmmaking, clever story writing. So a lot of people counting money.
Poppy.
Interesting, because everyone knows everyone in the city and in the town, or he knows everyone and everyone in the town. Because as soon as the name Poppy, which I hope is actually the musician Poppy, was mentioned, everyone was like, really clever.
Are you too close?
No, Captain Obvious.
Not while she's around, Grisha.
is this actually coming from his childhood because he had bad experiences with the other kids that became Grishas, or where does this come from that he's so anxious or bad with Grishas, or were his parents Grishas and because they died in the fold, or where does this come from? If it's a spoiler, don't tell me.
Yes. And kill him for me. Do this, and you are free and clear.
What kind of contract do they have with each other? Is that some sort of slavery agreement, or what kind of thing is that? Because if he has to buy her free, then it's not a normal contract. That feels more like, because then that feels more like a slave thing to me than anything else.
Because for years, being Grisha was a death sentence. At least now, thanks to General Kerrigan, we're protected. Feared.
Okay, that is a very interesting story point, because now it seems to have turned that you actually, if you are a Grisha, then that's actually now a good thing because you are the dominant force, and that feels a lot like X-Men, because X-Men, that's always the same thing between humans and the X-Men, and that feels like the same. Now you have the magic power, and the normal humans fear you, so you are the better one. But that was the other way around earlier. So interesting. That's what has changed is another thing that's now on my mind. What changed, or what brought the switch of powers in that case? Was it that guy who actually made the fold? Oh, interesting. The powers are really interesting, well played in that case. I thought that they are more powerful, but it feels like they are as vulnerable as normal people, but with special powers. That's really good. That face. So he is very, very powerful, right? But he is his mortal. He is her mortal opposite, right? Because light and darkness.
Inez refuses to kill.
Why does she refuses to kill?
Handsome decoy is also not a Jasper talent.
Jasper somehow feels like a more handsome looking Tyrion from Game of Thrones. Just saying.
Can we stop? Please.
Why?
My tailbone is killing me.
Sure, okay, that makes absolutely sense. She has never ridden a horse before. She was never riding a horse before. That was the actual word. That was the actual word that I wanted to say. Was that actually the first time that she's seen blood?
So that's scared of you.
I think they're more scared of you.
Why?
Yeah, that's my question as well.
You dragged me away from my only friends, and now according to you, I'm going to be a target for the rest of my life. You want to know why you've never found someone with this power? Maybe it's because they don't want to be found.
That was a really clever sentence right now. Maybe they realized right in when they actually found out that they had the power to, that they are one of the people that could actually use this power, that they killed themselves because they realized what would actually happen from now that they realized until the end of their lives. There's so much logic to what they are actually saying inside of the world building stuff. That's really great.
You are Grisha. You are not alone.
And that felt a lot like X-Men as well, because this is how, now I'm coming with X-Men references, and I don't even know that much. Okay, I read a lot of the comics, but this is actually how Cyclops, the guy with the visor, always tells that other mutants are not alone. They are actually mutants, and that was the exact reference from how he actually says that as well. Interesting.
How long before they are just as useless as the rest of us?
Interesting that they have technological advances inside of the world building, and that they began with actually not having rifles, and so one Grisha could take out 50 normal people, and then On the other hand, now that they have revolving rifles, so rifles that are actually so faster to shoot, that they are only now 10-1 in their power ratio. That is interesting. So let's see what they come up with, or if there are any technological advances even further down the road that Grisha has become even less powerful. Interesting.
It's been a while, Poppy.
So it's not the Poppy I know, but it looks good as well.
Sends you all the way east for 1,000,000 Kruger.
Why does everybody know about that job? I really like Dutch angles. If you don't know what it is, Dutch angle is when the image is a bit skewed so that you get a weird look from it. I really like it.
Please give me my freedom.
Saint Elizabeth, you follow the faith too.
Okay, so that small emblem on her jacket, I just call it jacket now. The small emblem on her jacket is actually some kind of religious sign, I would say, some kind of religious sign that lets other people see that she is not killing. So the religion insists on no killing or whatever, no murdering, no killing in that case. Okay, but then she's walking around with a lot of knives in her outfit, and she's probably some kind of whatever that is called in that world that uses force to bring people to do what you want. So I guess there is a lot to take in.
Get us to the little palace.
I now only realize, is there a big palace? And if then there's a small palace, then there should be a big palace as well, right? This looks so German. This looks so much like our normal castles that we have around here.
Am I a prisoner?
All of Ravka is.
Clever answer to actually go around the obvious question. So yeah, I guess she is a prisoner. Also pretty good. She's alone for the first time since quite a long time, and then she can actually give into her feelings. And as soon as she hears footsteps outside,
Let you want into the palace? Be a hero. Get a medal. That will get you invited.
Fine, I'll stay.
what I really like about the series is the characters actually are intelligent. They are not as stupid as in most other series where they do very unreasonable things. But they actually do things right here that are, as a viewer, you can actually relate to them because they make things that actually seem to be intelligent in the moment and for the information that I have. And I really enjoy that so far in the first 2 episodes. I don't know how it's going to be in future episodes, but so far the characters seem all to be reasonable and listen to feedback or advice from other people. So
What do you have that could possibly be enough? The Crow Club. I stand corrected.
so everything he has, he's actually giving away as a way of ransom, or I don't know if it's called ransom. In German, it's a Leihe, and so they try to actually finish the job, and if they succeed, he comes back, has enough money to pay her out of whatever that thing is that she has over her, and if not, then she is in charge of the Crow Club, the thing that actually makes him money and all that he actually has. That's some pretty big stakes as far as I'm concerned. I like that everyone has something to do and everything is somehow, and everything has some kind of thing that ties into another story. That's really clever writing so far. Please don't have a telepathic connection like in The Last Jedi. Please don't have a telepathic connection like in The Last Jedi. I loved that movie, but the telepathic stuff. pretty great second episode so far. It draws me in that much more than I actually thought it would. There are a lot of stakes on all sides. Everything seems to get clearer, but I'm probably sure it's going to get even more jumbled in. I like Alina's story so far. I like that Mel is actually a pretty normal, rational guy. I like Ines. I like Jasper so far. I actually still don't know the name of the boss character. Was it Cass or something? Also like that, and I also like the stakes that are on their side. Everything seems to be interesting so far, and I don't know how it's going to play out. So that intrigues me even more, and there are a lot of questions that I have. But I hope some of them will be answered and some not, so that the next season and so on and so forth, it draws me in. And when a story draws me in, then I'm really interested and I like it. So that's really great. Looking forward to the next one. How did you like the second season? Go down in the comments. Second season. How did you like the second episode? Go down in the comments. Write me something about it so that we can actually have a discussion about that down there. And yeah, thank you very much for taking the journey with me. We'll see us in the next one. Till then, have a great day, week, whatever. Goodbye.